Hi there, Cancer. Thank you for joining me for your monthly forecast for July. This is a month which I think can be the most important month of the whole of 2016 for you personally. This is because the month begins with the Sun, Mercury and Venus all gathered together in your zodiac sign. But crucially, on the 4th, there is a new moon in Cancer, which forges a superb angle to Neptune. In fact, for the first week of this month, the Sun and Neptune are cooperating splendidly. If you think when the Sun's in our own sign, as it is for you, this is our opportunity to initiate, to start new interest, projects or plans, or to re-energize those that are ongoing, that are important to us. And this moon is going to help you to do this in a really important way, because the ability to infuse things with even greater imagination is going to be very, very high. If you're someone with a particular appreciation of the arts, of creativity, of film, of photography, of music, that too is going to be something that can provide a backdrop for the whole of your activities throughout this month. But by having Mercury very close to the Sun as this month begins, your mind is also going to be razor sharp about possibilities. With Venus there as well, your sex appeal is going to be super high too. So expect plenty of attention and attraction from other people. If you're already in a relationship between the 5th and the 11th, could be a bit of a tester. You may find that you and yours are not quite seeing eye to eye, and there could be somebody new who's showing a strong interest in you that you could find to be a very irrepressible force. But also be conscious in a long-standing, serious relationship that the effort and energy that you've put in over a long period of time is something that's been invested with a great deal of care. You may find yourself being a bit more impetuous, particularly with the Sun and Mercury so closely together, but try not to jump to conclusions. The row that could occur between the 5th and the 11th may really because someone feels that you're almost being too self-absorbed. Now, you have a reputation of being very caring and very protective towards those people that mean a lot to you. But perhaps there is a case that in some ways you've wanted this on your terms. You've wanted to be in control. And maybe someone is going to challenge that very strongly in the most forceful of ways, letting you know that that's fine, you can do things as you wish, but it does have an impact on them, or at least how they view you. So there could be a bit of a standoff, or it could be a massive attraction. It just depends on your unique circumstances. Now, very positively, Jupiter forges a great link with Pluto for the first 2 weeks of this month. And if you're using your mind to connect with others, I think one side could go from strength to strength, especially if it's something you can connect with in a partnership where a joint idea really stimulates you both and pushes you both on in unison. However, it is also true to say that Saturn on the other side of the heavens continues in your sector of your health, your work and your well-being. Saturn is the planet of structure, but it's also known as the taskmaster of the zodiac. And its angle with Neptune is really quite difficult for the whole of this month. In fact, this began in the middle of May and it goes on to the middle of October. If we think Saturn represents structures and Neptune dissolves structures, almost like an acid eating away at some metal, and Neptune's in the part of your horoscope that's to do with escapism and travel and almost getting away from your responsibilities. If someone feels that you're not doing your bit to pick up your side of things, then that could also be an area where some kind of undercurrent of unhappiness may need addressing. However, on the 12th, there could be a real good slice of news around your financial position when Venus moves into Leo. This is exciting stuff. It's followed on the 14th by Mercury, and both in week 3 angle up superbly to Saturn. So if you're shrewd about your resources, you can grow whatever comes in, hold on to it and make it become something more. The downside of Venus entering our second solar house is that it can give us the temptation to go and splash out. And if you are someone who loves creature comforts and all life's goodies, well, I do feel that your self-discipline could drop and you may find yourself wanting to have some treats. As long as they're proportionate, why not? But if you have been on any kind of diet, then your desire to stick on it may need to be countered by going to parties, barbecues, having a good time, and that may be something that suddenly seems way more appealing to you. Now there's a full moon on the 18th. This full moon occurs in your sector of relating, but it links with Mars. Now this is very interesting. So in one way we have a sextile and another a trine, and I think the trine between the Sun for you in Cancer and Mars in your sister water sign of Scorpio linking across to the earth sign of Capricorn can be very, very positive for you, but it may mean that you're going to have a very frank discussion with someone, but it could clear the air and it could be the best thing that happens, because as the Sun enters into the sign of Leo on the 22nd, what perhaps it can help you to realise more than anything else is what you have. It can make you much more appreciative of the things that you already have in your life. It can see you much more conscious of the things that you've been building up through your new plans and your new schemes, and it can be very gratifying to see them shaping up well. But I think most of all, it's just about being appreciative of what you already have, and also appreciative of your own values and qualities. But also, it's a cautionary note not to be too caught up with a materialistic lifestyle. In the last 3 or 4 days of this month, the Sun also forges a great link to Saturn. Again, if you can be really sensible about money, it can help you. Uranus, a planet which has been quite an aggravant for you over the last 4 years in your sector of worldly involvements, also goes into a retrograde. Now that's not necessarily going to show itself immediately, but it's just saying to you that how you're viewed and your degree of need for control is something that might come up again, or you may find yourself wanting to break free of a situation that you feel is controlled by circumstances, a job, a role you don't enjoy, perhaps what kids or partners do or don't do around the domestic rota, and so forth. But that will become more apparent as the weeks go on. But on the very last day of this month, Mercury moves into its home zone of Virgo. That's going to sharpen up your thinking and help you to look back up onto this month with a real critical eye, but not necessarily in a bad way. But this month can be very exciting for your personal plans, your personal positivity, your individuality. But you do need to be conscious of your values and how your actions impact on others, because Pluto can be both a great help to you, but also a great challenge to you too. It's been a real pleasure being with you, Cancer. Thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.